Welcome back for another video, football fans. Today we're going to be talking about the Colts and the Jaguars. They play in week 2. We know the Colts going into Jacksonville over the last, 6-7 years. They haven't really been able to win in Jacksonville, no matter how good or bad Jacksonville is. This year, the Colts have a lot of new pieces. Jaguars have a lot of new pieces. Let's get talking about it. So first up, I want to, of course, talk about my Colts. Okay, first game in, didn't expect it to be perfect. Another new quarterback for the 5th year in a row, week 1, different quarterback. And that quarterback, Matt Ryan, he joins Jonathan Taylor, Michael Pittman, and the newly drafted Alec Pierce. Now, Alec Pierce, in the game against the Texans, he had a drop, would have been a touchdown. You have to have those, but rookie mistakes, right? Like, you can get away with so many of those as a rookie, but going into the year, like you got to fix that. He had a couple drops in the preseason. Also, we've talked about young receivers having problems with drops before. Hopefully, he figures it out. He catches with his hands. I expect eventually he'll figure it out. He's got to get on the jugs machine, figure it out. I don't know what the issue is, but we got to have Alec Pierce at the top level going into midway of this season for sure. Paris Campbell coming in, making a couple of plays as long as he stays healthy. I like him being here. And Nyheim Hines, we saw him catch 6 passes in the game against the Texans. Having him as a part of the offense is going to be crucial. The offensive line, for the most part, was holding up for Matt Ryan. He was able to scramble and make some plays a couple of times. I think he took a sack or 2 in this game. He ended up throwing an interception. It wasn't a mistake-free game. Second and third quarter for the Colts on offense and defense was ugly from all sides. His special teams ended up being the detriment to the Colts. They were the good part of the Colts for the first 3 quarters, and then the fourth quarter and overtime with 2 kickoffs going out of bounds and having 2 drives start at the 40, and then you have a missed kick in overtime with 2 minutes left. Could have won you the game right there, and you couldn't get it done. All around, the Colts did a good job fighting back, but overall they have to be better. Like, you started well, you kind of finished well. You got to finish the job in those games for sure. And look, this team, I expect them to get better. Again, it's week 1. You can't expect any team to come into week 1 playing their best football. So there's plenty to build on, but it wasn't a good showing. You have to be better against Jacksonville. And for Jacksonville, this is another team, self-inflicted wounds. They had an opportunity to win the game. They put themselves in position to win the game, but self-inflicted wounds let the Commanders win this game. Jacksonville got down early. They fought their way back, and it was a valiant effort, but in the end, they let Carson Wentz take that team down and score a touchdown to win that game. And ultimately for the Jaguars, we talked about it in the preseason. It's going to be their defense that's going to be the detriment of that team. And it really bit them in the there in the fourth quarter, at the end of the fourth quarter when it mattered most. The offense, you expect them to be able to figure it out. Christian Kirk came in, made some plays. Zay Jones, also a new addition, came in, made some plays for him. He looks to have overtaken Marvin Jones Jr. for the number 2 role in that offense. And James Robinson looks like the lead back still. Travis Etienne has somewhat of a role. So, a new coach, a lot of new pieces on the offense, a defense that isn't very good. In Jacksonville, we expected them to struggle. They put up a good fight here against Washington. I thought they would win the game. They almost won the game. But in the end, Jacksonville comes out losing that game because of the defense. So for this game, to no surprise, well, maybe it's some surprise because the Colts don't know how to win in Jacksonville, but they also don't know how to win in week 1. They were able to tie, okay? They broke that curse. I expected them to break another one. They go into week 2, have a better performance on offense, defense, and special teams, and prove that they are the best team in the AFC South and come out with a win. I am picking the Colts to win. Brad also picking the Colts to win this game. And I would love to know who you think is going to win this game. Let me know down in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you for the next video.